Hey, what's going on, everybody? Dr. Dylan Lang, board certified orthopedic specialist in physical therapy here today. If you're looking to kick off the 2025 new year with a new fitness routine, but you're not sure where to begin, or you don't want to head over to the gyms, well then this video is for you. Today we'll be going over a nice intermediate to advanced level leg exercise routine that you can perform, again, at home with no equipment needed. So if you're excited for this, make sure to stay tuned, like, and subscribe, and we'll get started.
To kickstart this workout, we'll begin with the kickstand wall squat for 3 sets of 15 to 30 reps on each leg. For this workout, we're trying to work into a point when our muscles are getting fatigued, as our goal for this is to generate strength and muscle growth. To perform this exercise, find a wall that you're able to utilize. Begin with your back and butt up against the wall. You can position your front foot out as far as you feel comfortable or as close to the wall as you want, but understand that bringing the foot close to the wall will cause the knee typically to track forward more towards the toes, which in some cases can be uncomfortable for some people's knees. The back leg, you're going to envision like you have a grape underneath the foot that you're trying not to crush as you perform repetitions of this movement. And again, we're trying to go to a point where our front leg working, our quad, maybe our glute, are both getting fatigued throughout this motion. For this next exercise, we will perform the single leg elevated bridge for 3 sets of 15 to 30 reps on each leg. To make this more hamstring dominated, you can bring your foot further away from your body, or to make it more glute dominated, you can bring your foot closer towards your body. Set up with a foot elevated on a chair or a couch, and then from this position, you're going to think of driving your heel down into that structure to bring the hips up towards the ceiling. Try and pause and stabilize at the top. Don't let the trunk and pelvis rotate so that you can get some more core stabilization from this. So here we are in our leg day, including a bit of core. This side plank variation is actually really beneficial though for targeting our leg muscle. The muscle in particular we are using is our glute medius, which is our outer glute muscle that is responsible for generating hip abduction. So this muscle gets a lot of use as well as the core when it controls our descent as well as then drives our hips up towards the ceiling. Perform 2 sets of 10 to 20 repetitions on each side. The next exercise is a rear foot elevated split squat. Instead of traditionally performing this exercise and making it very quad dominated, we're actually going to make this more glute dominated. And in doing so, we're going to include a bit of a hip hinge. So I like to think of setting up like your runner about to take off in a sprint. And then as you lower yourself down, you're going to hinge through the trunk as well as allow the knee to bend slightly. I like to think of driving my heel into the ground to generate force to come upwards, and this should also kick the glute in a little bit more as you make this exercise, again, more hip and glute dominated. Perform this for 2 sets of 15 to 30 repetitions. Finally, we'll finish up with some single leg heel raises. For this exercise, set up with a wall or a chair, something in front of you so you don't have to worry about balance. Try and lock out the hip and the knee of the single leg that you're on and really focus of driving this motion through that foot and that calf that you're standing on. Try and pause for a second at the bottom, pause for a second at the top, and work on creating a smooth transition between the bottom and the top as you perform 2 to 3 sets of 15 to 30 repetitions on each leg.
So there you go, everybody. That is our 2025 intermediate to advanced at-home leg exercise routine that we can give a shot to kickstart our fitness goals. We have our kickstand wall squat, our single leg elevated bridge, our side plank pop-ups, the hinged rear foot elevated split squat, and some single leg heel raises. It's very important to recognize that this routine has been developed for muscle growth and strength purposes. A lot of fitness routines you'll see out there, it's on a lot of jumping, elevation of the heart rate, and that's going to challenge and tax the cardiopulmonary system, but it's not going to be the greatest for strength and muscle growth. So if your purpose is on those 2 things, on strength and muscle growth, then this is the routine I would recommend following. It's very important that you produce enough stimulus for the muscle that we're trying to challenge. So the quads, our glutes, our hamstrings, our calves in this case, during the exercises that they get nice and burny and crampy maybe feeling, and that would give us a good indication that we are challenging that muscle to a good enough stimulus within that. Make sure to give this a shot, and if you like this routine, make sure to save it, like it, and subscribe for more similar content. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.